Alright, what is good about it's my bar time soon today? We're back here on GTA 5 once again. I know it has been literally a year since I have touched this game. I quite frankly just got really bored of it, but I'm happy to say we are back to making content on this game and making more videos for you guys. I know you guys have been wanting more and more speed glitches and a bunch of other things, but stick around towards the end of the video. I will have some information on an upcoming series. Might leak some info to you guys, alright? An upcoming series on this game that I think you guys are very much going to enjoy. So stay tuned for that information at the end of the video, as well as some other info regarding the channel. But the reason we are back on this game today with a quite lengthy video is because a very, very special car to me has released today on GTA Online, okay? The Infinity G35, or as Rockstar knows it as, the Fathom FR36. Now, if you guys are a big fan of my channel or just know me at all, you guys know that I own an actual Infinity G35 in real life, and I am struggling but also loving working on it, and I'm attempting to make it into a track car that I can take to the track and kind of test myself with like time attack circuits and whatnot. So I'm really enjoying the car and I love it to death. So I also post quite a bit of it on my TikTok and my Instagram. The links to those will be in my in the description. I also post a little bit of it on our Discord. So if you guys would like to join the Discord and see all the new small changes I'm making to the car, hop in there. The link will also be in the description. Spoiler, I actually just ordered some BC Racing BR type coilovers for the car, and we're going to be lowering it a lot, probably sometime this week. So if you want to see that, first, join the Discord. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you one of two builds we've made of this car. The first one being a replica of my G35, and here it is. Alright, so we're in our replica build of my IRL G35, and I figured I'd show you guys all of the customization in case you guys wanted to rebuild it for yourselves. I know a lot of people out there like making YouTubers cars and stuff like that. I personally myself like making movie cars and putting them in garages, so if you want to add this to your collection, feel free, and send me some videos on TikTok or Instagram of it, and I will repost them. So again, link to both of those is in the description. But yes, so here we are with the beautiful, it's honestly really, really similar to my G35. The only thing we're kind of missing is the front lip, but the bumper cutout is perfect. We literally took a Dremel to the like bottom trim piece of the bumper and cut it out to kind of stop the parachute effect, which is when air gets under the back bumper and kind of slows the car down. It makes it less aerodynamic. A bunch of air that's coming under the car gets trapped in this little back piece down here, so I chopped that off, and I eventually want to make some speed holes in the back bumper to reduce it even more. But I have felt a pretty drastic change, so it did help. But I think that's really the only thing we're missing. I debadged the rear, long story. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much everything, and I do have clear side indicators, but this game doesn't have them. So we'll go over everything for you. Armor, 20%, that's just what I do because it's just, it's something for speed glitches I used to do, so now it's just force of habit. I will try to see if there is a speed glitch working on this car. It has been a long time, but we'll do some testing. The front bumper, the closest one that I could find is literally just the primary stock bumper. Again, not many of them actually look at all like the lip that I have. It's an N1 style lip. It's polyurethane, and it's like, I wouldn't say rare. A lot of people run it. But it's one of the cheaper like Amazon lips, I guess. But I do like it. I like the look of it. It matches the cladding on the side skirts. You can see here, like in the back, the little like I guess mud flap, I guess, in front of the wheel. I don't know really what to call it. Dust cover, I don't know. But there's one on the front as well, so it kind of matches that look. But the rear bumper, again, what we were mentioning is the cutout rear bumper. It's literally just like my rear bumper, which I thought was pretty fucking awesome that they added that. So there is that. The exhaust, I'm currently not running an exhaust. I would like to run an engine, or not an engine, an ISR single catback GT. But I just figured we'd throw the stock exhaust on there because that's probably the closest thing to my car is just the stock big bore, which is Essentially, it looks very like the actual stock muffler and exhaust for the G35 looks very similar to this with the exact same tips. So I figured we'd throw that on there as well. No explosives, obviously. Fenders, I just did the reflector delete. Like I said, my side indicators, or like the little LEDs on the side, are actually clear, so I took the amber ones off just to make it look a little bit more like my car. The grill, we went with a painted, primary painted stock grill. I actually did repaint my grill black, and we repainted the emblem in a like gunmetal gray to match the wheels. Unfortunately, that's not really an option. Blacked out grill's kind of the closest, but it just looks kind of goofy, so I decided to go with primary. The hood itself is stock. God, I would absolutely love to get a C-Bond one in the future, but those things are expensive. Help fund the race car fund, please. I'm just kidding, you don't have to, but any donations are appreciated, of course. We're trying to build a dream here, okay? Horn didn't mess with. Lights, I actually did throw the xenons on because, well, mine are actually converted to LEDs, but I really, really like them, and they're very close to this color, so went with the xenons. No livery, of course. The mirrors, just primary painted stock mirrors. The mirrors are like the exact same. They did a really good job on this car model. They literally look exactly like that. The plate, yellow and black, of course. I do have a yellow and black. I live in Kentucky, obviously, so I have a coal supporters, or a coal miner supporters plate, which is black and yellow, which is perfect. And then I've got my custom bar times 2 plate, of course. The respray, this is somewhat important, I guess. It's really hard to get the exact color of the car in game, so I went with a metallic black with a black metallic pearlescent as well. So that's just the same. The secondary, I think we just went with the exact same color. I think it was just classic black. Yeah, just classic black for the secondary. Trim color, black as well. It's not really how my interior is. I actually have the rear seats gutted right now, and the car came as a tan interior, so it was fully tan. But I did replace the seats to black, and I'm trying to find the top lid piece for the center console to replace it to black as well. So I just figured I'd just go all black with it. Might as well, instead of leaving some tan accents. No roll cage, again, unfortunately. The roof will be stock as well. The skirts are also stock. I have not found any skirts that I really like to put on the car just yet. I guess we'll see how I feel about it lowered. We also went with the Fathom spoiler. This is an OEM G35 spoiler. It comes on most of the manual models. A few of the autos actually did come with these. Mine did not. Mine is an auto. I know, very sad. I would like to manual swap it in the future, but again, money. But I actually did buy a trunk that had this exact spoiler on it from somebody else, and I just swapped the trunks over. So I do have this beautiful wing now, and I fucking love it. I love this wing, dude. It fits the car so well. It looks so good. So we went with the Fathom spoiler. No sun strips. Suspension, again, I said my BCs are on the way, but I went ahead and dropped it about this height, which is about how I want it to sit. I don't want it to be slammed to the ground or cambered out, so we went with sports suspension. You can go with whatever you'd like, of course. I have Wedsport TC 105Xs on the car right now. They're real Wedsports. And the closest thing to them in the game is in the sport wheel type, and they're the Oozers, which actually look very, very similar. The color of those Oozers is black steel. It's about the closest color I could find. They're probably closer to an anthracite black, but they're way more silver than black, so I went with this instead. No tire lettering, no bulletproof tires, of course. Windows, we went with a light smoke. And I'm sure as you guys saw in the little cinematic, I don't know if I've already said this or not yet, because the cinematic will be in post-recording, but I actually did throw a drift tune on this car just to test it out, so you guys probably got a little bit of a glimpse of that. Drifting in this game isn't terrible. It feels very 5M-esque. If you guys have ever played GTA 5M, it feels very similar. It's not bad. It's definitely not as good as I feel like it used to be, but they've definitely, I guess, kind of expanded upon the old drift tires that they used to use. So, I mean, it kind of works. It's very, very squirrely, though. But I do kind of enjoy it. So I threw the drift tune on this car just to kind of mess around with it. But that is the Replica bar times 2 G35 build, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to make one yourself, like I said, please send it to me on TikTok or Instagram, and I will repost it. I might actually make a personal story on Instagram and just repost all of the builds you guys send me if you guys are recreating mine. Or send me your G35 build in game, and I will also repost it. So just let me know what it looks like. Take a quick little video or maybe a picture, and I will repost it. Tag me in it at realbar2 on Instagram, or just at bar2 on TikTok, and I will leave a like and comment for you. All right. I hope you guys did enjoy that beautiful revision, I guess, or replica of my IRL G35, and you guys can now make it for yourselves. But I also made a second G35 in the game, all right, or Fathom FR36 if you're fancy, and that is the build that I would eventually like to see my car grow into. So it's kind of like time attack spec, of course. You know, it's gonna be super low, and you know what, I'll just show you guys. Take a look. Alright, so now we are in my G35 build. If I was to have money and wasn't a broke boy, again, praying for YouTube to succeed so that I can make car content and build the car of my dreams. But yeah, I absolutely love how this came out. There's a few things I would change, and we'll go over that as we hit them, but let's go ahead and get right into the customization, not waste too much of your guys' precious time. Armor, again, 20%, force of habit. I will look for a speed glitch on this car as well as the other new ones. Brakes, we went with race brakes. We can actually customize all of these things on this one because it doesn't have a drift tune. This one's just a regular car. The front bumpers, I really like this bumper with like the tuner-esque look. And again, I said I wanted to make it a time attack build IRL, so I did go with the front splitter, tow hook, and canards, as well as the intercooler and intercooler fans. I don't really know why the fans are like that though. I don't know. Well, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, so I really like this bumper. Actually, it's really reminiscent of like the Euro spec bumper, so I really like it. And I don't know, I just think it suits the car really well. And I love the like R34-esque front vents. I don't know, it's just mwah, chef's kiss. It's beautiful, looks great. The rear bumper, we actually went with a low cut and a diffuser. Honestly, I would love to have a massive fucking diffuser on my car. If you guys have ever seen the BC Racing Time Attack car, the BC Racing G35 Time Attack car, it's actually sponsored by BC. It has a very similar diffuser setup like this, so I really like this, and I would love to eventually incorporate it into my build. Again, if I have money ever. So I really like it, and I think it suits the actual build really well. Engine upgrades maxed, of course. Exhaust went with the chrome big bores again. God, I wish they'd add a single exit for this car, but unfortunately it's just not happening, so we went with the chrome big bores. No explosives. Fenders, oh man, I would kill to have some C-bond fenders. These are very reminiscent of the actual C-bond fenders you can buy for G35s. They're actually fully carbon fenders, but I just went and painted them over anyways. I don't like too much carbon on the car. I like a good balance, I think, of actual paint and exposed carbon. A lot of people will say that they like painted over carbon. But actually, I mean, if I'm going to spend the money on carbon, I'm showing it off, okay? Carbon is ridiculously fucking expensive, so you got to show it off. But in this instance, I did want to paint it. If it was a full carbon fender, I would have left it full carbon. I think it looks really sick when the hood and fenders are both carbon. It just looks really fucking mean, but we decided not to for this. So the grill, we actually went with a blacked out stock grill for this one. It looks closer to the color of the carbon fiber hood, so I feel like it actually worked out pretty well. The hood itself is, funnily enough, pretty reminiscent of an actual C-bond carbon fiber hood you can buy for G35s as well. Again, God, the money. If I had it, I would definitely get one, so that's why I threw it on here, because it's my favorite looking hood. I can't remember which style this one is. I want to say it's like street style or something. I can't remember the exact part name, but it looks sick, so I love the cutouts. Didn't mess with horn lights. Again, we went with xenon if you care. No livery. I did kind of want to throw like, you know, like a time attack-esque looking livery. This one actually, funnily enough, looks really similar to the BC Racing one. That's why it has hyper function suspension on it, which is kind of funny to me, but looks pretty sick either way. The mirrors, sure you guys probably know what those are if you're some car gurus like myself, right? These are Ganadors or Ganador replicas, I guess, in the game. But God, dude, some Ganador mirrors, dude. These are like the piece de resistance, the holy grail of like JDM, right? So I had to throw them on there. They look fucking sick, and I would love to have a set, but I'm pretty sure they're like what, like maybe $2,000. Don't quote me. I could be wrong, but they're ridiculously highly priced for a set of mirrors. So, I mean, I'd still buy them, but you know what I'm saying. Again, the plate yellow and black with the bar ×2, of course. Respray actually kind of important as well. We went with a metallic. You guys can't. I won't be able to show it here, but we went with a metallic, and it's my favorite color. We went with a orange, just literally just a regular orange. The pearlescent for that orange is actually sunrise orange, which I'll find it again for you as well. Sunrise orange is the pearlescent on it. The secondary color is stone silver. I have always wanted to have like an orange car with silver, like a gunmetal gray accents, and I think it just looks really, really well, or like really, really good. So I went with that because I think it's just like, it's my favorite color combination. I'll leave it at that. It's just looks so good to me. I've seen a couple of Lamborghinis with like the interior will have like a gunmetal gray as like the base, and then the accents will be like hot orange, kind of like this orange, and it just looks so good to me. So I decided to reverse that, and I really, really like how it came out. If you guys are OG members of the channel, you'll notice that this car looks really, really, really similar to my R32 build, or my actual channel car. God, I can't. The LG Retro Custom. God, it's been so long, man. It looks very similar to that build, and it's because I love this color scheme so much. Again, trim color, interior is stone silver. The roll cage we went with padded with the alternate track seats. I really like these. Again, I actually would prefer to have a half cage instead of a full, if I'm being completely honest. I think a half cage is just a little cooler. I don't know why. Full cage is great and all, but I feel like it's overkill for a track car, or at least a time attack car, you know. Gotta save on weight, man. For the roof, we actually went with a carbon roof mounted spoiler, so we went with the carbon roof and the spoiler combo. I think it looks fucking awesome, and I've actually been looking around to find like a roof spoiler like this as well. Stillin actually has one on Z1 Motorsports, but it's like $200, and I just can't be bothered to spend that much money on a roof spoiler that doesn't really do much. I'd rather just fork over the money for like some vortex generators, but it's fine. The side skirts, we went with just the race skirts. I feel like they accent the fenders and the front bumper, as well as leading into the rear bumper really well. So I feel like it's a good, I don't know, I guess a good mix, okay? If that makes sense. The spoiler, again, I would love to have C-Bond actually makes a carbon fiber trunk like this with a duckbill built into it. It's like molded into the trunk. Super, super light, but super expensive, like $1,200, I think the last I looked. Or maybe just over $1,000. I love the look of it, but if it were really, really up to me, I would actually go with this Fathom spoiler, or the OEM G35 spoiler, and then put a massive fucking like track wing on it, like something like this. Like, I want to do something like this with this spoiler, but embedded into the like actual wing of this itself, so like kind of either in front of it a little bit, or actually like with cutouts that it comes out of this wing. It would make more sense if you could actually see like the OEM G35 wings. They actually cover the trunk a little bit more, so there's like spots you'd actually be able to cut into and then drill through them to make it come out of that wing, but I don't know. So I went with this just instead. I mean, I think it still looks great. Like I said, this is kind of like a halfway time attack build, halfway street build, I guess. So I think the hood, roof, and trunk combo just looks really good. It's like a nice two-tone of just carbon and paint. So I really like it. Sunstrip, we went with plastic. I wish they'd add a carbon one in the game just to kind of match more things together. I think it'd look a lot cooler, but I do actually like it. I think it came out pretty well. It matches the grill and somewhat matches the roof, hood, and trunk, so it's fine. Suspension, again, with sport. I just don't want to slam my car, you know. I want it to be track low, okay? A little bit of clearance, but still just barely scraping the ground. Transmission you can upgrade on this car as well. We threw in the race transmission, of course, as well as turbo tuning. Why not? I also don't know why this thing sounds like a V8. I actually hate that they did that. Come on, you couldn't have made one unique engine sound in this game. Just throw a trumpet. Just have somebody record somebody playing the trumpet and then put it in the game. Okay, it can't be that hard. The wheels, I actually ended up going with the exact same wheels. I'm gonna be honest, I really like my Wed Sports TC 105Xs, so we went with the Oozers again with the same color combo. I just really like my wheels. I don't know what it is. They're forged aluminum. They weigh like, I think, between 11 and 15 pounds a piece, something like that. Super, super light. So they're just great track wheels, and I really like how they look on the car. I would probably just get a wider spec in the future. I think I have 18 by 9.5s on it right now. I'd probably just get a wider spec. But the color we have for them is black steel. Again, I kind of like the anthracite black, but I really like the black steel a little bit better, so I went with those. It matches the color I have on the car currently too. So windows, I went with dark smoke, just a little bit more than normal. Makes the car look a little, gives you a little bit more privacy, you know, for when your mom's in the passenger seat with me, or you know, whatever. I do like it though. So, and ladies and gentlemen, that is my G35 if I had money and wasn't extremely broke, and if YouTube actually blew up. So if you guys could make that happen for me, that'd be awesome. But obviously, you know, we'll see. I really want to get back into YouTube and do a whole lot more, so we'll see where we can go from there. But if you guys did stick around this long, I do appreciate you, and now we will get into some info that you guys are probably going to be pretty excited for, so let's get into it. Alright, so as you guys heard me mention in the beginning of the video, I am actually planning on starting a new series of GTA YouTube videos, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. They'll actually be very similar to what you guys had seen today in today's video, going over each of my car's builds and stuff like that, and kind of going in depth as to why I chose certain parts, because people do enjoy that, and you know, I really enjoy actually talking about it, because my favorite thing to do in this game is to customize cars, of course, right? It's great. It's kind of the only reason I still play the game, actually. So I really would like to go in depth with some of my builds, because I know there are people out there who kind of struggle with, like, I'm not like obviously like, you know, dogging on anybody, but some people just don't have that creative knack for, you know, customizing cars in this game and stuff like that. They just don't have that necessary artistic ability, I guess, and that's okay. I mean, of course, I don't feel like I'm great at it either. There's probably definitely people who can build cars out there in this game a lot better than I can. It's not really like a skill set, I guess, but it's just some of my friends, even Spandal Dash, he's my moderator, my IRL friend, and we used to play this game together all the time, and he would actually ask me to hop in his car and help him customize his car for him, and I would kind of just be like, well, this looks good, do you like this? This looks good, do you like this? And I would help him customize his car. And it's quite simply just because he didn't really know cars that well, and he just, you know, I guess quite frankly wasn't really good at customizing them. And that's okay, you don't have to be. But what I have found helps me best when I actually am customizing cars, because I am one of those guys that will sit there and customize cars for like 30 minutes while all my friends are yelling at me because they want to go drive around or, you know, do a mission or whatever. But what I found best is actually looking up pictures online of the real life car that like people have built in real life, and taking inspiration from those cars and kind of like twisting them with your own creative juices, I guess, right? And making like a one-of-a-kind thing, right? A beautiful piece of art, because that's what cars are, right? They're art. They're a good reflection of like yourself, you know? But I really wanted to make a series kind of like that, and I'm making a trailer for it currently, so the videos will be rolling out quite soon. This was kind of a first taste to see what you guys think of it. Would you like the videos to be like kind of long and drawn out, like kind of like this one was, where we kind of go in depth on all the parts, or would you kind of like me to just show them kind of fast, I guess? Let me know. Like, this is going to be completely in your all's hands. We'll kind of tweak the series as we go. I'm not stopping GTA Speed Glitch videos. We're getting back into those as well. But Rockstar did patch out a lot of the stuff, so I do need to go clean up my Speed Glitch playlist. But this new series that we are talking about with the car customization is going to be called Bars Cars. We're going to be releasing videos every Friday. If you would like to stay up to date with when the videos are coming out, just pay attention to my YouTube community slot on my YouTube channel. And you can also hop into my Discord again, which is linked in the description. And I will actually be posting updates there for when new videos release. So if you want to join the notification squad, I'll get you in there, and you'll be tagged every time I release a new video. So let me know what you guys think of the series idea. I'm actually very excited to start it. I think there's quite a lot of people out there that just need a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of push, so that, you're not getting clowned on about the cars you build anymore. I mean, obviously, 100% build what you like. It's your life, right? It's your game, and it is just a game, of course. But there are people out there that would like that information. So that's kind of why I decided to start that series, and I think it would help a lot of people, get inspired to just mess around and build cars in the game. Because that's honestly, I feel like the only thing that I really find enjoyment out of this game anymore. Every time a new car comes out, just customizing it, and that's definitely like where the popularity of this game still lies. Is a lot of people are really only still playing this game because of the new cars coming out, right? And I understand that. I enjoy it, and that's why I do it myself. But so just let me know your thoughts on that, and how you would like me to go about it. But I do have a couple of cool ideas that I do want to implement. Obviously ending off the video with like some rollers of the completed car or whatever, just some cool stuff like that. So please let me know your thoughts. Again, I'm sorry this video was so long, but I kind of wanted to kind of go in depth with the builds today. So I hope you guys did enjoy that. And with that, I'm going to stop my rambling and let you guys have a great rest of your day or night. I love you guys, but you were bar times too. And god damn, it's good to be back. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.